Hi Scorpios, welcome to your April 2018 readings. I got a flu, so if I start coughing, I apologize in advance. Hopefully I don't. I took some Buckley's. It tastes awful, but it works. At least they don't lie in the commercial. So I'm going to be doing these monthly readings a little bit differently. It's just the way I was guided. And when you do it for one, you do it for all, right? So we're going to try to cover what you need to know, show, and grow. I feel like those things are highly valuable. I use this method for myself. You can let me know what you think yourselves, if you like it or not, if you prefer me to go back to the other way. I will go back to one of the ways I did it prior. I do like to focus on family matters in an overall relationship manner because I feel like that's where a lot of the healing needs to start in order for us to have healthy one-on-one interpersonal relationships. We got to heal things from the past to give us a brighter future. Hopefully there's no computer issues also. It's Mercury retrograde. So let's get into it here. The first card we got is I Am Sensitive. And I'm going to be using a few different kinds of decks here. I Am Intention. I Am Secure. We have Partnership. So for some of you guys in a romantic relationship, this would mean like you're together with somebody. You could be, it seems like fire and then water, or it could even be an air sign. Then we have Temperance, Moderation, and Balance. Taking Risks, New Phases, and Adventure. You got the Star card here. So you guys have like this a healing energy coming through, and these are energies. What you do with the energies is up to you. Everybody's got free will. You can work with them, or you can choose to pass them by. But it seems like the universe, life, whatever you believe in, is giving you some sort of healing energy on a partnership, on a specific partnership. What partnership that is, this is general. I do not know. There would have been an argument that occurred, and it would have been an argument about egos. Okay, so somebody has their ego bruised. And the reason I say that is because you have the Five of Swords. Now, the way I interpret the Five of Swords is different than most people. I do see it as a victorious card. My computer, things are popping up on it. I have no idea why. It is a victorious card for the person who has it. I mean, it's not so great for the people on the receiving end of it due to their ego and conceitedness. It will cause problems. It's like the Samurai card, especially in this deck. I get the Samurai card. There's also like with that energy, it's like self-sacrificing too. It's like with the Samurai, he will kill himself before he allows another to take him. You know what I mean? Like before he gets caught and, in war and the other side would take them as a prisoner, the samurai would kill himself. Like he'd rather sacrifice. So, I mean, just ensure that in some manner that you're not ruining something that could have been good, or it could have already happened, or it might happen. So the cards are just warning you that there's a solution to fixing things, and you don't need to be the samurai here and like kill off a situation that could be quite wonderful for you in some manner. And then in another manner, you may have people that are trying to get one up on you somehow. I'm not sure how. The cards are saying that it won't happen. But the thing is, you have to be very balanced in order to see through clearly. You do have one extra card here. You got the Three of Wands. That's what came out. And the extra one is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, they're great friends. Those are always my friends cards. With the Knight of Cups, he comes in or she comes in and they're very emotionally supportive. With the Knight of Pentacles, they are supportive, but they're just the realists. So they'll give you facts and details, and they will cut through illusions because they mean well, right? Sometimes it's not. And with the Temperance card here, that's a Sag energy. So you may have a friend, they could have both Sag and some sort of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I mean, they're sitting on top of fire though, which means that you might have somebody that's quite passionate around you, but they are Earth. They have an Earth energy to them. Because of the fire, I'm going to associate them with Temperance here, which is Sag. That's a Sag card, which means that they're going to come to you with facts and truth, right? Sag speaks truth. And they're going to say it for your higher and greatest good because there's some sort of behavior patterns or truth that needs to be spoken so that you can improve on either a task you're doing or some sort of scenario that's playing out. Okay, it could even be at work. It could be a coworker or it could be a friend. With the Knight of Pentacles, because you have this taking risks, new phases and adventures, and I am secure. Okay, so you could, it could be like a Virgo energy where you got this like plan happening here and like, you know, there's movement and progress and it is an adventure. It's something that maybe you're taking on that's new to you. Okay, it's just saying with the I am secure, there's a lot of green in that. And with the Knight of Pentacles, okay, it's just saying that you don't want to move too quickly or get too excited with the because you have I am sensitive, which means that you pick up on others' energies. So when people are enthusiastic, you'll pick up on that energy and you might get caught up in it with them. Okay, or you could be picking up on people's energies and not be aware of it. So you want to ensure that the emotions and feelings you're feeling are actually your own. You may need a little separation time from some people just to try to pick up on your own feelings. But with this new phase, new adventure, it's definitely saying. I thought I heard a phone. Sorry, I was hearing ringing there. uh, It is saying you don't want to move too quickly because you don't want to miss the details. It's like you're really enthusiastic and excited about something and you see that it has potential to create some sort of security for you. But the thing is that if you're moving too quickly or you get too passionate or you're too caught up in the good feels, and I've been saying this for a while, Scorpios and Sages, you do have Temperance here. They're going to be going through a lot of highs and lows, and that's just to Jupiter being in Scorpio, Jupiter being Sages' home ruling planet, and you know, so it's going to be like a party. It's funny because you have the Three of Wands here. It's like a celebration when Jupiter comes in, you know, like there's a lot to do, a lot to try, a lot of risks to be had, a lot of opportunities to be had. With the Five of Swords, it's like you could miss out on opportunities because you're so concerned about things being done in a specific manner that you might miss out on partnerships that could really benefit you or help you. It could be friends or I feel like with one person, like there was a separation. It could have been a business partner, somebody you were helping in some sort of manner here. With partnership. Okay. And with I am sensitive, you got really sensitive about it, like you were hurt about it. And there's healing to be had from that. It was a lesson for some of you. It was a lesson. Okay. You don't want to miss the details though. Okay. Like don't get caught up in the good times and the adventure you're going on. With partnerships being here in the Knight of Pentacles, okay, I always say the Knight of Pentacles is the apprentice. Okay, so this is the non-stop student. Like this guy learns, or girl, she learns, he learns constantly and continuously. They're very slow and methodical, and they're realists. They're not afraid to look at the cold, hard facts. And the cold, hard facts are if you are trying to achieve something, okay, and you're going into partnership with people, you need to protect yourself with the details, which means like you get a contract. Okay, a contract's there to help both parties. It's not just for one party. They both reap benefits in that, and they're both securely safe in that contract. Okay, because cold hard facts are people will screw you over, Scorpio, and a lot of Scorpios. Okay, well, when you're a Scorpio, you get screwed over. You get screwed over quite often. It happens, right? It's it's you don't want these things to reoccur. You don't want to be taken advantage of. Okay, your kindness is not a weakness, that is a strength. But there are people that may try to take advantage of that, and you just want to secure your future. Okay, keep it safe. Uh, what you need to know, it says like I'm sensitive, partnerships, and the stars. So this means that you got great potential in you to help others heal and to mend things and bring people together. It could even be old family issues. There's something here with either an air sign or a fire sign. You got fire here. This looks like water and fire to me in a partnership, and those are complete opposites. So it could be some of you could be in a like I'm not saying that okay, this is a potential partner. This is for people that are actually in a relationship, okay? Uh, and if that's the case and you're with a fire sign, there's a lot of growth in that relationship because you're opposites. You have no choice but to learn, okay? And it seems like egos will be bruised. uh, but there's healing to be had, or you could have came into contact with somebody and they're no longer in your life, but the people come into our lives for all sorts of reasons. One, it could be they are your karma, which means it could be a situation that you've done to somebody in the past, and then a person comes in and does the exact same thing to you, and that's just the universe balancing out the scales, okay? To make you see what you did in the past, and or the other person, it goes vice versa, and create healing in that situation. Awareness, there's a level of awareness. Aquarius pours out the water, so they're very highly in tune with emotions. They're detached and they're non-emotional, yes, but they understand emotions on a profound level because they are detached. They can see where the root issue stems from, okay? And this is Venus in Aquarius as well, and it has a bad rep. They are emotionally detached, but there are times that you need to be emotionally detached to see where the actual problem lies. Is it a me problem? Is it a you problem? Okay, is it your mom's problem? Is it the child's problem? The father's problem? Okay, you need to be emotionally detached to see that, which means there has to be separation. Okay, it can mean arguments as well. I see the Wands cards as more arguments and people getting hurt. With the Five of Swords, if you look in the traditional Rider-Waite, and if you go back in esoterics and you study the metaphysics and stuff like that, with the association with the cards, and the first people that started writing this stuff, okay, it's about, okay, you see three characters in the card. Nobody's hurt in the card. All swords are taken down. Actually, the one guy who becomes victorious, okay, and I don't understand why people are all like, it's a manipulation card or underhanded tactics. Okay, yeah, for those two people, because they were going to fight one guy. It's 2 against 1. How is that fair? That's not fair, like, and the unexpected happens, which is Uranus, an Aquarius ruling planet, is that the single guy wins. And he wins because their ego got a hold of them. They were conceited. They thought they were better or superior, or that they knew everything. They had nothing to learn. Okay, with the Knight of Pentacles, this guy knows that he doesn't know everything, or girl. Okay, he or she knows that they have to learn, they have to go back to school, they have to educate themselves, they have to try new things. They're a little more cautious about taking risks and adventures, okay, because they like to calculate things, right? They're good accountants. They are good in business, but they're better as business advisors because they see details, okay? Generally speaking, business owners and stuff like that, I see them as the emperor and the empress. They're people that have built, okay? This is somebody, like, that will go to the library, will ask people facts, okay? And when they get facts, they will go and confirm those facts. They usually triple check it, okay? They'll go to multiple resources because just because one person says something doesn't make it true, okay? That's just an opinion or what they've learned. So they will go to multiple people to see their perception of the situation and gather the details, and then will combine them together to find out the information that they need and make a secure choice of going forward. Okay, they're not risk takers. You do have Sag energy here. They're risk taker. They're usually pretty balanced when they make choices, though. All right. When they make a, so it's kind of like the universe wants you to make a careful decision. You've got a contradiction energy here. They want you to make a careful decision. Okay. Like they want you to research and take your time, because if you move too quickly, you can miss some things. Somebody could rope you into something or take advantage of you. You want to see people's intentions. All right. With Sag here, they see the truth. Right. They cut through the truth. And Aquarius is pretty good at that too. All right. They don't discriminate people. They accept people for who they are, all their weirdness. They love weirdness. But with the temperance and moderation, the Sag energy coming through here, it's like you can't be scared to take risks. Okay, so it's almost like you got three different energies playing here. It's almost like some of you have taken risks in the past and now you're just way too cautious about taking new risks. And then others of you, okay, are just too gung-ho about taking risks, and you're not considering facts and details and outcomes and consequences. Okay, and then others of you are trying to combine both of them, which and that seems to be the manner the universe wants you to go in. Okay, so they want you to take risks, but they want you to take calculated risks. Okay, so this doesn't mean like throwing your whole savings account out the table, okay, or using it all up. You want to take calculated risks. You want to try to save as much money as you can. You want to shop around for places, and you definitely want an advisor of some sort on your team. You have a team effort here, okay? And with the Three of Wands, this is also like spirit talking to you. I see this as like spirit giving you a talking to, okay? It's almost like I see these two as like spirit, and then this guy here, if you see this guy in the center, I see him as like it would be you, you know? Let's use our imagination here, people. Okay, and it's like spirit, these two characters here, like somebody from, you know, the other side or something like that, that's like, psst, psst, come here because they got something to tell you, you know, like, or it's a situation that occurs where something's about to go awry that you could have prevented or you can prevent, and they're giving you the information, the heads up on that, all right? Or sometimes this card comes in afterwards when you didn't listen, all right? And they're a little angry and they're like telling you, not angry. It was like the, you know, those memes where the angel's looking down and they're like shaking their head. It's like one of those scenarios with that card. So, okay, with I am sensitive, okay, we know Scorpios can be sensitive, okay? You're very good business people too. You guys are usually, and it's funny because I see numbers. You guys usually are good with numbers. I've known quite a few Scorpios. They're excellent with spelling and numbers. Computers, things like that, which is funny because Aquarius is usually associated with technology. So some of you could be really good with technology. You can be engineers, like you can do coding. I don't know the proper terms for computers. I'm not good with computers. You have partnerships and bonds that are going to come in. So any ones that have been removed, you'll get new ones that come in. And don't be afraid to take risks with them, but also like ask questions. Don't just give people the benefit of the doubt, Scorpio. Okay, they're like you got a realist energy here. Okay, and then what you need to show is I am intention. So it seems like what the universe wants you to know is that the intention you put out is the intention that you're going to get. So if you are focused on money and finances, okay, you will receive that. But with the Five of Swords here, there's a sacrifice. There's something you're going to sacrifice. It's almost like people that are more concerned about fame and fortune, well, they sacrifice a happiness that they can't get. All right? There's an energy of in here. It's like, ooh, somebody. I'm hearing that saying where it's like, don't forget the people that care about you and love you, Scorpio, because you know if you have somebody around you that is willing to love you or like care for you, and they're giving you the moon and the sun, and you're just turning your back and reaching for the stars, then you might miss out on something. All right, because nobody reaches the stars alone. You need a team. It's a team effort to get there. And people that are so focused on the stars, they'll like knock people down in the process to get there. And it's saying the intention you put out is the intention you're going to receive back. So this is like, if your intention is to get to know somebody, well then You want to do that in a proper manner. Okay, with the Five of Swords here, this is like Aquarius and a Venus card, in which they make great psychologists. Okay, because again, they're good with emotions and feelings. They don't express. It's not that they don't express them; they understand them, so they're not emotional, right? Like if you understand something, then you know where it's coming from. There's no need to get emotionally upset, right? Like so. If your intentions aren't pure and you're trying to proceed with somebody, well, they're going to know that. They'll cut right through that. All right. There's a psychology energy here, which means that they understand human emotions, whomever you're dealing with. All right. Or you're going to, because you're sensitive, you're going to pick up on that on others when they mean ill will. Pay attention to that. Don't just avoid that. Right. If you've made sacrifices for people and they're not willing to do the same for you, well, then F them. Okay, get rid of them, because some of them can be holding you back from this new phase that you're about to go in. All right, you got a lot of mountains here too. I pulled a chakra card, and there's mountains in there too. It seems like your intention, though, with temperance and moderation and balance here, Sag, that's purity, in a sense that there's purity to that because of the truth. Sag is truth. All right, so if there's no truth, the truth will be seen. All right, whatever is unseen will be seen. It'll come to light. And again, with Jupiter and Scorpio, nobody's getting away from that. Nobody's getting out alive, people. Okay, if people think that they're going to get one up on somebody, or they can manipulate somebody, or that their actions or what they've done in the past is not going to catch up with them, well, I hate to break it to people, with Jupiter and Scorpio, that's just not going to happen. And especially with Capricorn right now, like you have Saturn in Capricorn, it's back at home, like it's just not it's not likely. All right, like with Saturn being in its home planet, that means like things are going to balance out for everybody. Okay, like what people deserve, they're going to get. Like if a bad situation occurs, I want you to think about, like, is it possible that you created it, like in a sense where you've done this to somebody else, and now that somebody came into your life and they did it to you. It could be the scales balancing, healing taking place. Okay, maybe there's some sort of behavior pattern that you have that needs to be recognized, or the other person has to recognize, and they're not going to recognize it until truth comes to light. Okay, so with your intentions, they have to be uh, pure. All right. Well, like the thing is, Scorpio, a lot of your tactics work on a lot of people, but the one person it won't work on is Sag, because Sag and you both have similar gifts and abilities. Okay, like they're in complete opposite ways. Uh, they're very different, but there's some similarities to them. Okay, like Scorpio sees what's hidden, Sag sees the truth. So, like, if you're trying to hide things or manipulate something, okay, well then there's some sort of, the universe is going to balance that out by sending somebody who can see through everything, who can cut through everything, right? And going again back to the original Rider-Waite deck with the Five of Swords, okay, the two people that lose in that card are royalty. You can tell by their robes and what they're wearing. And then the one who comes in and wins, okay, is wearing really shabby clothing. All right, they didn't receive like a high education like royals would. Royals get the best education, travel around the world to get it. The one who wins is the underhand. Okay, this is like the underdog. Right, so if you're being considered the underdog, you will win. It's going to be victorious. You're going to be victorious. I think I'm high off of Buckley's, people. I hate that cough syrup. It's disgusting, but it works. It really does work. Where the key is not to miss details, not to let your emotions get out of hand, and to ensure that your intentions are pure. Okay, because there's somebody. It might not even be somebody. It's the universe who can see it. The universe knows all. All right, like there's the all-seeing eye. Like. And the scales will be balanced. If you've had some sort of partnership in the past, and it doesn't have to be romantic, friendship, business-wise, and it didn't go awry. I really do feel like this has made you overly cautious, okay? And like you're holding in some sort of pain and hurt. And the cards are saying that you got to let that go. You got to move forward, okay? You got to heal from it, and there's hope and renewal, all right? With Aquarius here, the Star card, that's hope and renewal. That's having faith, okay? And some of you could have lost that at some point, and you're going to regain that. You're going to see things from a different perspective. For some of you, you could have been somebody's karma, all right? Like, people come into our lives for all sorts of reasons. They're not there to permanently stay. Even when you feel a close connection with somebody or a bond or there's something that's unexplainable, usually that's there because that person, it doesn't mean that necessarily they're there for a romantic reason, okay? That person's there to teach you some sort of lesson, to help you recognize something, okay? Or you're there to help them do that. Or you're both doing that for each other, okay? And then sometimes you move on your separate ways, and it's almost like you level up again. I think I got this in one of your readings, like Scorpio was leveling up. Okay, in order to level up, well, I mean, it's not a process, Scorpio, okay? Like, you don't just automatically, like, read a book, have the knowledge, and then you're like, oh, yeah, I leveled up, okay? It's not like that. You got to learn lessons. And to learn lessons, well, you know, like, stuff's got to be cut through in order to learn those lessons, all right? And, like, again, with this card, nobody's hurting it. There's no bloodshed. Okay, with the Five of Wands, that to me is the card that's like underhanded tactics and people get hurt because they all have sticks and they're all like whacking each other. Okay, that's not playful. You don't hurt somebody. That's not playing around. All right, like if you're hitting somebody, that's not playful competition. I know some people are like, oh, it's a playful competition. No, you don't hurt people when you're competing and it's fun competition. You don't hurt people in the process of doing that. Right? Like somebody's hurt here. With this card, it's ego gets hurt. Okay, nobody physically gets hurt. No blood is drawn. The swords are all taken down. The one guy has the sword, and the one guy that has the sword was the underdog. All right, like, which means a scenario could play out where you or the other person thinks they have the upper hand and they don't. All right, because the truth is seen here, and it's gonna come out to light. That means if the intentions are not pure, okay, if you have intentions to just like fool around with somebody, well, that person's gonna know. Okay, if you have intentions to use somebody or they have intentions to use you, that you're gonna know or the other person's gonna know. Okay, so if you have an intention to partner up with somebody and it's just for finances, you or them are gonna know. All right, so there's like your intentions have to be pure here. You have to get aligned. All right. And then what you need to grow is I am secure. And I don't feel like it's, well, I never worry about finances with Scorpio. Scorpios are really good with finances. I am secure. I'm getting more of the self energy. Okay. And it could be in the way that you look because with the Knight of Pentacles, they're usually the ones that go to the gym. They take good care of their health, meaning they watch what they eat and what they put in their body. These people usually have a high respect and regard for the self, right? They're very disciplined and orderly. Uh, you know, Capricorns like to look good all the time with what they wear. Virgos tend to watch what they eat. They're very in tune with foods getting their bodies off. Or what they lack. So these are people that when they, you know, they can sense, say, sugar, when they're craving sugar, okay? Because if you study, generally speaking, it's Virgos that are normally like that. It's they understand when they're craving sugar. Yes, that is correct. It's the manner of sugar that they're putting in their body is wrong. They know that when you're craving sugar, it's natural sugars you need. So say from like an apple or strawberries, you know, any sort of fruit that has natural sugar in it will soothe that craving, okay? It's not wrong when you're craving sugar and somebody's eating a chocolate bar. Your body it's lacking that. It does need that. That's why you have that craving. It's just the correct manner of knowing the difference of what type of sugar, right? Because processed sugar is not good for you. Okay, healthy sugar would be coming from a natural food source. Okay, so you want to ensure that you're watching what you eat, because if you're eating processed sugar, that can get you moody, off balance. Because with I am secure, it's you're secure in yourself, the way you look to the outside world, and with I am sensitive, I am intentions, and I am secure. There could be manipulation here, like somebody's trying to manipulate because they're not fully secure in themselves. Okay, so you want to be aware of that. Don't let people fool you, Scorpio. Pay attention to the details. What you see and what you hear are two separate things. And with the Five of Swords here, this is when the mind is at battle. So this is when somebody is told something, but then sees something different. Well, then the mind is going to start battling itself out. Okay, you're at two opposite ends of the spectrum there. If somebody's telling you one thing and then you see something totally different, well, obviously the natural effect of that is going to be backlash, okay, in the self, and then, it's going to come out into the exterior realm. So it's almost like if you're dating a person, Scorpio, and they're saying, oh, I love you, this and that, and then, they're never there for you, or they're out, with other women and stuff like that, well, then they don't love you. Okay. Or if somebody, this has happened to me not too long ago, which, I like, I study psychology and stuff. So, and I mean, it amazes me that people that, like, uh, sometimes people just want to try to get one up on you because they want to prove that they're smarter than you, which it amazes me that people are like do not hold others' feelings and emotions into consideration. It's like, well, you're willing to hurt somebody just because you want to try to be superior than them. That's an ego thing. You know what I mean? Just if that situation like that's occurring, just walk away from it. But it's almost like, okay, uh, well, I won't say that because it could get somebody upset. You gotta, what it is you gotta align what you see and what you hear. They're two separate things. If somebody's telling you something and you're seeing something totally different, well, believe what you're seeing, not what you're hearing. Anybody can tell a story with words. Okay, what you see is totally different though. You can't lie about what you see. You gotta align two of them. Sometimes what you hear is valuable. Like it's not. There are times where you're going to have to listen more than what you see. Okay, but generally, when you're trying to find out information about somebody, if their intentions are pure, well, you want to align their actions with what they're saying. Okay, and that's how you're going to tell if their intention is pure. But with the I am sensitive, intentions, and secure, well, you want to be aware that you don't manipulate people because you're not secure in yourself. Okay, because you're going to get the very opposite effect of what you want. People are going to see through that. Okay, like either with you or with another person. They go vice versa, you guys. It could be a family member. It could be a sibling, like a sister or brother, a mother or father. It could be your best friend. It could be your husband or your wife. Maybe they're not secure. Maybe that's why there's arguments that occur a lot. Maybe they're not secure in themselves. Okay? And then for others of you, like if you're dealing with a Sag, well, a Sag, like a Sag or an air sign. Like air signs have foresight. You can't get one up on an air sign. Okay, and it was coming as Aquarius here, where they could have strong Aquarius in their chart. You can't get one up on them. All right, like with air signs especially, they have foresight. They're 5 steps ahead of people. Okay, and Aquarius, they understand emotions. All right, they're not going to patronize you. They'll just remove themselves from your life. With the Sag, they're passionate people, so they'll tell you the truth and they'll give you opportunity. But I mean, if you lie about it, then they'll just remove themselves. Okay, so like if something happened to you and now you have to take on the Sag energy. Okay, and the Sag energy is they forgive, they don't forget. They move on. Don't be afraid to take new risks, you guys. All right. Hopefully this helped you out. It's getting a bit long. Don't be afraid to show that you're sensitive either, because your vulnerability is a strength. It's not a weakness. Some people may need to see that. Okay? And watch your words. Especially watch your words, because you can say things that you can't take back. Ciao for now.